Okay, hello. Welcome to the beginning part of the video where we make sure everything is working properly and we check it. An exciting part of the video, so we'll just make sure that's doing everything it's supposed to be doing. Looks like the chat has come up, so that's good. And I think our video playback is working as well. Great. Okay. Hi, I'm Chris, and this is my game Realm of the Empress. It's a single-player fantasy adventure board game where you explore a large open area, in this case Port Ovis, do quests, learn and upgrade a variety of skills, and buy different weapons and armour and upgrade those to progress your character. There's also a main story that takes place in your dreams and should hopefully act as a hook to keep you wanting to play more and find out what happens. In this video series I'm going to be doing a full playthrough of the whole game. Each video should be about an hour long, and the last playthrough I did was about 60 hours, so it should be quite a long series. I'm streaming Monday to Thursday at 7 PM UK time, so feel free to leave a comment on any of the videos, or if you catch a live stream, write something in the chat, as any and all feedback is why I'm doing this, and most welcome. If you want to know about how to start the game, I would suggest looking at the tutorial videos that are also on the channel, or the first couple of videos in this series, because we're quite far into it now. Last stream we finished off the day, and then we were starting the night, and we rolled to see if we have a dream, and we got a nightmare, so we're going to have to do that before we start the new day. That's our map card and our 12-sided die as our player marker. I put the nightmare path, which is something we need to do before we have the nightmare properly, in there, so we make sure we can do everything in order, so I make sure I remember, basically. We'll just quickly go through. Here's our character play map. We've got a chit based system using 1/2-inch chits, but there are some that are different sizes, so it's kind of like a real space inventory management. We've got our equipment here, our pouch where we keep our food, which replenishes health, and you can only access items in your pouch whilst you're in combat. We've got quest items, a dream deck. We have unlocked Spirit Weapon 1 from having Dream 6. There are 10 dreams in total at the moment. We are paying for the inn, so we do have a lot more space here, but you can only access it on the inn map card. We're not doing skiffs, I don't think, anymore. I've made that choice now. I think we've got enough stuff in this game. I can always bring sailing and that skill into the game later. Weather's okay. We're going to roll for weather after we've done the nightmare. And then we've got our little map here of the area, Port Ovis, which we got from one of the first quests in the game, just so it gives us a bit of an idea of where to go. So to do a nightmare, we need a new board. We need to shuffle the nightmare path. I don't know if that's going to come up. So there are a whole bunch of cards here. So we shuffle these and we place down a bunch of them until we get to one with a pedestal on it. Once we get to the pedestal, we will roll our 6-sided die to see which tyrant we have to face. So this is kind of like a boss battler, but it doesn't start off as a boss battler. It starts off as a boss runner away from, because I've got it at the moment. You have to unlock the spirit weapons per dream. It starts at 6 with Spirit Weapon 1, then you get 2, 3 and 4. It's a completely different game to the normal one. That's what I'm trying to do here. Each boss have their own attacks, defense and movement abilities, and so the idea is that when you build up your spirit weapons up to 4, you can actually attack them. Although I believe I haven't really, I don't think I've got a particular thing that you get from killing a tyrant. I'm tempted to have it so there isn't anything, which I don't know if that would be too seem too pointless then, really. Or maybe I'm hoping it would give you a bit of intrigue as why we're not getting anything from them, or maybe I need to think of something that we'll get in the future, in a future expansion. So the idea is Port Ovis is just one area of a much larger world. Each box, each game is a new area which will have new quests, and then we'll have some new quests that will lead back to the other area and will hopefully not make the old area obsolete, so you need to keep it. You can add new quests to the same characters that are in, say, Port Ovis if you go to another one, and then there'll be different things you can do as well, and you have to keep coming back to Port Ovis to do certain activities which won't be replicated elsewhere. Right, so we've just got a normal path there. I'll quickly just show you what that looks like. It's not super exciting, it's just on a black card here, it's a bit difficult to see, but it's just a little path. We want to hope to get a grove. A grove will give us a bit of shield before we start taking damage in the form of terror. If we get too much terror, then that's just another pass. We will join that up. That one. So we don't want terror because that would mean we can't do much for the next day, which we have had before. So we're just joining up the path here in a straight line. We've got a lot of paths. I did shuffle them. You saw me shuffle them. Oh my god, we just got all of the paths. What we really need is a grove. There's a grove. I'll show you what a grove looks like. So here's a grove. It just means we get plus 10 health essentially. It's like a shield. So that's good. We get plus 10 before we take any other damage. I'm going to put these ones to the side because they are just a path. And we need a bit more space. Another path. Oh, I didn't do it again. And there's the pedestal. I just remembered I didn't read out the nightmare card. I always forget to do that. So I'm going to put these ones back randomly because we seem to have got a lot of paths there. I'll show you quickly what the pedestal looks like as well. Doesn't matter about those other paths. It's just so each path you take is a bit different, a bit varied. So there's the pedestal. Once you get to that card, you stop, and this is where we're going to find out which tyrant we are going to face. But before then, I will read out what the nightmare card says. So we do have a dream deck here. So they all say dream 1 to 10. Don't know if that's going to come up. And then we've got a nightmare here as well. So the nightmare card we'll read just for a bit of flavour. So it says, you are in the veil, only it seems thick with a white opaque blur, distorting shadows all around you. You then hear an unfamiliar voice, although I suppose I might have to get rid of unfamiliar because if it happens a few times then it's going to become more familiar, isn't it? So maybe you just hear a voice, light yet filled with malice. She can wait for you, you are as a gnat in the air, seeing through a tunnel, believing it to be the entire world. A world closed to you, incomprehensible in the warm embrace of that seer. Incomprehensible or incomprehensible? Not sure. You have no idea about the threshold upon which you crawl, inaneous truly. The white blur vanishes instantly and it feels like you're falling, only there is no landing as you become aware of a strange landscape, hidden in weavings of fog, though not white, but dark as night. So I guess you wouldn't need to read that every single time. It's really there just for the first time. We're going to have to get rid of unfamiliar though, I think. But what she says as well, I mean, in theory we could have a whole bunch of cards for the nightmare. That's something maybe to think about. We can add cards that will give a bit of story. Perhaps this lady, or this familiar voice, whoever it is, yeah, maybe they can give a bit of story that you don't get from the dream. Confusing. The whole idea is it's supposed to be very confusing at the moment, which it is. So we do get a shield, so we got to try and remember. We can put that on. I think yes. Oh, we need a new. We need a new colour for that. Green makes probably a bit of sense. We'll go with green because we haven't used green on this tracker. Yeah, it's a health tracker, and our gold tracker, but it's also got our nightmare stuff. So we've got spirit weapon 1. We're tracking the tyrant terror if we need to. You get mana, which I can't decide if it's going to be mana or mana. Mana sounds maybe better. Mana. You get mana to use your spirit weapon. So it's all a whole different system. Let me just put these away. We should get the tyrants out. So it's all a different system. Much more mystical and sort of magically based. So we'll use that for the shield. I think that's probably good. So we have got shield. Oh no, we are already using one for shield. It's just 2 rows. So can you only get a maximum of 20? Maybe I'm mistaken on how you get that. Let's just double check the rules. Nightmares. Shield of 10, shield of 20. Oh, and then 3 or more is a shield of 20 plus more terror needed to collapse. So we got 1 shield of 10. That's okay. Let's put that in. So the shield will deplete when we take damage before we take terror. And when we get terror, I should tell you what the effects are. The terror effects can be quite bad. So yeah, it goes up to 5, and then if you get 5 you collapse, and then you just wake up the next day. So the first terror is half life for the duration of the next day, and then 2 is 0 health for the duration of the next day. Oh yes, this is all health, you see. And cannot rest next day until after 4 hours. Oh, this is where I put you can't rest. That means you can't skip ahead in time. So you can still have defense from your armor, you just can't have the health. So it's not really a big detriment, the half health. It could just be, we might have to think of something else for one of those. But after the health things go down, it means you can't access shops and upgrades, and then you can't do any quests, and then you can't do any skills. So if you get all 5 terror, you can only do a few things. You can only forage, pick apples, get drunk, play Royal Oldham. Getting drunk means if you sleep and you're drunk, you don't dream or have a nightmare. So if you really don't want another nightmare, you can just get drunk. It's a random thing that I just put in. That's the only use of it at the moment, but it's there in case anyone wants to do it. It's quite fun. There's a little mechanic of rolling a 4-sided dice to say which direction you're stumbling around in. You don't have control of yourself. You can eat food and you can fish. So I guess the only thing you can do is fish, really. You can play Royal Oldham, do some foraging, and you can run away from enemies. You can still attack enemies if you want to as well. So that's, you can do a few things, but you can't do anything to do with quests or upgrades or shops or just speaking to anyone, really. So it can be a bit annoying if you had plans. If you had plans for the next day. So we've got 6 tyrants and then a collection of cards that once put together will make a creature, and that is the one you will fight, and they will have, like I said, a AI card which will say how it moves and how it attacks, and if it does any defense. They will do reactions to your attacks as well. So we roll a 6-sided dice, see which random one we get. 4. So we'll take Tyrant 4, put the others away. So let's have a little look. We've only got 12 health. Actually, don't. Doesn't matter about the health. We'll get that back up again. So let's do the Tyrant first. That's the other board. We'll open that up in a minute. So Tyrant 4 is, we put all the cards out, and you'll see that it doesn't make a whole bunch of sense to begin with, and then you might see you can fit them together. This one. Are we missing the AI card for Tyrant 4? Where do we get the AI card from? Okay, I have to figure out where we get the AI card from. I thought it was in there. Let's just put these out. So I don't know if you can see this, but it is a kind of scorpion mixed with a crab. Big pincers at the front, and we see here it makes a creature, and what you can do is attack each part of the creature. Maybe I'll put that there. I wonder if that's, I don't know, it's still in the light, isn't it? So you attack each part of the creature if you want to attack, and then each part has a separate health bar. Where are the tyrants? This is confusing. I thought it was going to be in this tyrant deck. Do you have it written down? I'm obviously missing something. We should have an AI card somewhere. Where do we? Nightmare board. Yes, tyrants. Assemble. Each tyrant has different actions and reactions. Read the tyrant card. Okay, it doesn't say where the tyrant card is. Did I misplace the tyrant card? Where? The AI card should be with the tyrants. This is just a nightmare path. Okay, what am I doing? How am I missing these? They used to just be on the one of these. Are they on the back? How strange. Okay. Let me just double check everything in here. Okay, this is strange. Let's open up the board anyway. We do need the tyrant card, AI card, so we need to know what it does. Why is it not on the back? These are all the health things. It should be a separate card. It should be with some of these. It used to be on top of all of the other tyrants. So you'd have... Oh, I think I see what's happening here. They are on top of the tyrant card. It's just I am... Where's tyrant 4 then? How am I missing the one card that I need? They are just a bit sticky, these cards is what they are. Great. Where's tyrant 4 gone then? Tyrant 1. Christ, you've got to find them all again. Yeah, they're just the way they're cut. Yeah, they're on the back. Right, where's the 4 one then? Have I misplaced that? Tyrant 3 is all together. Why? I must have... Aha! There it is. Amazing. Oh dear. These cards, well, they're not cards, they're just cut by hand, so they're sticking together amazingly. Right, there we go. We got the AI card. Right. Very helpfully all sticking together. Let's have a little look at the AI card and see what it says. So it moves 2 squares per turn diagonally. Attacks if less than or equal to 4 squares to the player, orthogonally or diagonally, so up or down or diagonally. It does 3 attacks. A tail sting, player receives 1 terror. A grab, it has to be, a tail sting probably has to, oh, that has to be equal to 4 or less squares. It will do a tail sting. Grab has to be 2 squares to the player and receives 2 and cannot move. Oh, and player cannot move until blink or blind is used. 3 bite only after grab. Player, so that has to be right next to it. Player receives 1. Okay. And then reactions to the things we've only got the blink. Blind, bend, and betray are the other spirit weapons. So they're kind of strange names, whimsical names, magical even, if you will. That they do different things. So if I blink, it's going to move away 2 squares. Oh, okay, so that means it's going to be easy to run away from. And then it can go berserk if it loses all of its legs. So this is going to be pretty straightforward. I'll do it quite quickly. We've got our board here that I will just open up. So it just opens up like that. So let's move that out of the way. This should be pretty straightforward because it's going to run away from us every time we do a blink. So we start at the bottom. These coloured ones here are going to give us back a certain amount of mana. I haven't quite figured out how that's going to work yet, because I want it to be so you have to choose whether maybe to get more mana at the first one and then less on the second, or less and then more and then less. I don't know. And then I have to figure out how that works. So otherwise you only need like half of the board. You don't need the whole thing, because it's got to be maybe a little bit of a question about, are you going to go around this way or are you going to go around that way? And you move. How much do you move? One. We have to have a little think. I can't. Anyway, the tyrant starts in the middle. We start at the bottom. So we're going to aim to go towards this, and we're going to use our spirit weapon 1, which is here, and it blink. Hopefully you can read that. Is in pencil, which is a bit annoying. It uses 3 mana, and you can blink in any direction, which means a move up to 5 squares. You don't get the mana back from the blink. You don't get 5. So if you do the blink, you move 5. You don't get 5 normally. Normally you do get a mana for every move you do. Well, when you do the blink, you don't. I think we start with 3 mana, or 5. Do we start with 5? Maybe we start with 5. Let's double check it. Nightmares. Set up board. You start with 5 mana. You gain 1 mana for each square you move. Maximum of 5. Oh, maximum of 5. That's changed. Okay. You move first and alternate between the tyrant and you. So you can only have a maximum of 5. So that's interesting. Didn't do that last time. I wonder if that is how that's going to change everything. Okay, so we've got 5. Every time we move, we get 1 back. We use 3 to blink 5 squares. We don't get any mana. But every time we blink, they're going to run away from us. But they're going to move 2 squares diagonally. But and when they're within 4 squares, they will attack us. But I don't think that's ever going to happen. So we're going to move 1. You have to do 1 at a time, and they're going to move, I say 2 squares diagonally. So 1, 2 is quite a lot. That's a big move. 2. We're going to use the blink. We got our 5, right? So it uses 3 mana. So let's, instead of that, we go blink 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So keep doing that. So we use 3, which means we've got 2 mana. Just to keep track of everything. Okay, it's going to move 2, 1. Oh no, it's going to move back away from us diagonally. Yeah. It's going to basically just go right back because we used it. So we need to build up 1. It's going to come forward. 1, 2. Then we go 2. Then we got 5. So we blink. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes back. I mean, it's never going to get to us, is it? Every time we blink, you can see that. Then we go 1. It's going to come a bit closer, and then we get 5 mana. Do we get 5 from these? At the moment, it's 5. So we can blink. It moves forwards 1, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's going back 2 squares. So this is a lot more straightforward. 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Right, so it's never going to get close to us. So the idea is the boss battle, it gets more interesting when you want to actually kill it. So the idea is that these are not actually monsters, they're just sort of creatures that have happened to be in this space. They're not really actually out to get you, but I'm trying to dress it up as a boss battler kind of thing. So maybe that's why you wouldn't get anything afterwards, but you can kill them. So I wanted to kind of have the thing where like you're supposed to feel bad for killing it, but I don't really know if that just makes for a kind of boring gameplay. Maybe we should get something from it, but then find out later in like another game expansion that you know these long battles of killing. We need to get something good from killing them. So like we need to think about what that is and make sure it doesn't break the game, the normal game. because I like the idea of having a separate game that you can play, and I want it to be strategic. You want to kill it, we'll have a second companion who can join you, or a couple of companions, so you can like flank the monster and sort that all out. But at the beginning, we've only got the one thing. We easily outrun this tyrant because it's not even trying to kill us. I want it to feel like, you know, what is it? Like the troll. Is it the troll in Lord of the Rings, the films, where they kill it, but then it kind of behaves a bit like a young child, so you feel a bit bad about killing it. So I want it to feel a little bit like that, where maybe you're questioning at some point, or why am I killing this creature? What is it actually doing to me? It's not, you know, it's not really trying to kill me. It's just, we're just in its space. But I suppose I need to have it so it actually does give us something. There's got to be an incentive to kill it in the first place. And that's what makes you feel bad afterwards. Anyway, we did that tyrant. So I need to think that through a bit more. You know, obviously it isn't finished. Put those back. And we put that away. So we didn't get any terror, so that's nice and easy. We'll start. We need to roll for the weather. We just don't want a 6. It's raining on a, or 5 or 6. Is it raining on a 5 as well? I think it's raining on a 5 and a 6. Yeah. So 1 to 4 is what we want. It's a 6. Wait, no, we rolled it last. I remember rolling it because we got a 6 for that, and then I rolled like a 1 for that. So we did roll weather already. You did. I remember. I'm not just cheating. So we pay. So we're now on day 3 of our in payment out of 7, and we're on the 2nd day of the week, and we are on week 4 of month 1. Week 4 of month 1. So the last time I played the game all the way through, we only got to the 1 month in. This is looking like, well, you can definitely go a few more months. That should be longer. I've only got 4 months on this, but we should put a few more months on it. If I show you, we've got the skills we're tracking. We finished off our hunting. We should do some hunting as well. We want to get the bear leather armor is our goal at the moment. We also want to get our weapon deck fully maxed out. That's 50 gold a card. So we also want to cook our raw meat. So the plan is we're going to cook the raw meat, sell the meat we get, hopefully for a decent amount of gold, and then upgrade our weapon deck fully. Actually, we should do some hunting before we do that, because we have to go to the smithy to do that. So we're going to go quite far down and along to the west. We're going to go southwest. So I'm trying to imagine, I'm just going to put that like way over there and high as possible. So at the inn, I think we've done all of those. Right, we did roll for that. We're going to put our health back to our max. So I'm going to have to figure out what we slept the full. So I think it's, yeah, we're back to 52. Back to 52 because we slept the full 16 hours of the night, which gives us 10 health on top of our 42 from our armor. So there we go. We also reset, and yeah, we put the day back, and we're good to go. I think we will do a bit of hunting because we did upgrade that, and if we can just capture a bear, that'd be really good. Right, so we're going to move off the square. We've got our over 300 map cards, mini map cards, grouped into 50s. So we just take the whole group, which direction we want to go in. So we want to go west and then south. So 108. That's what we want. We're going to cook our food. At the moment, we have to go to our friend Orod, right down to the south, because he's the only person with a cooking pot. We can use his cooking pot. It would be good to buy our own cooking pot. There is a player house that we can also buy, which we can then upgrade to have a cooking pot in it as well. So there are a few different things we can do. 133. At the moment, we have to go down to him. It's 50 gold for the cooking pot. I think we also want to get a bow, a short bow, because that would give us an extra hit in before combat. But it's not the most important thing at the moment. The most important thing is upgrading our weapon deck. We're going to stick with the iron daggers, which we have been using for a while. We're going to have to put you over and just kind of and down a bit actually, because we have to go up. We have to go up a bit. It's a bit difficult to figure out exactly. We're going to have to probably pack away some cards. That is just the nature of the game. Packing away the cards and putting them back out again, I'm afraid, is the price for having a very exploratory game where you don't know even how far in any direction you're going to go, which is what I wanted, and unfortunately this is just means that depending on how big your table is, like I said before, let's just do our steps: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My table here is big enough to put everything on because I did draw the map on the table, so it does fit, but the camera and the shot isn't big enough to fit everything in, and it'd be very, very small, so it would be difficult to see everything anyway. It's already quite difficult to see because they're only mini map cards. Okay, so we're up there. We're going to go west. So you can't go up and down cliff faces. I'll show you this one. Map card. I show a map card in every video. It's very important, I think, to see how they're laid out. So you can't go up and down a cliff face. The number of the map card is in the top left, and then we've got numbers for north, east, south and west, so you know which card to get. You have to keep an eye out where you're going. You can't go through bushes, they're barriers, and you can't swim either. So we're going west. If you follow paths, you will end up at a building which will have some characters in them, so when in doubt, try to find a path, basically. 117. And make sure you don't drop them or put them back in the wrong way, because that will cause a fair bit of trouble. We're not going to the carpenters. We're passing by. I don't think there's anything we want from them. They would. The lady there will. What's she called? Sarah? I think it might be Sarah. She sells the short bow, but it's a lot of money. It's like 70 gold. So it's really an end game thing. Unless you really, really want a bow. We haven't done any bow. I mean, we're going to have to do another gameplay of doing it with a bow. 177. At some point, anyway, just to see what the combat is like. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is our first half hour. Time runs very slowly and nothing is time gated, so you never have to worry about it, basically. Because I hate games that have arbitrary time limits on them. It's not my style, so I haven't put that in this game. I'm going to cross this bridge where there is a fishing node. I shall show you. So we could do some fishing. We probably should do some fishing. We'll do it on the way back. I've decided that fish can either be sold for gold, for their gold value, or you can keep them for their meat, whatever their meat value is, whichever is more important to you at the time, because that will change. Sometimes you'll want just the gold, sometimes you want the meat, and depending on how much you've leveled up your cooking, you could probably get quite a lot of money for just a couple of bits of meat. Time is doubled in the woods. We are going to have to roll for encounters as well, because it's not raining. Because we definitely did do a roll at the end of last stream. You can go back and check it. Can we move this? Oh, we're never going to get through the bottom of this. We're going to have to put these back. That's okay. Four, 5, 6. Let's move to there before we get into the woods. We'll put these back. So going east to west and west to east is always sequential, so it's quite easy to just take these cards, look in the top left corner and make sure they go back in the right place. Those we do not need. Not these ones. So we got 107, 108, we got 112, 13, we got 117, got 129, and we got 64 is a different deck. So So it really doesn't take long, but is something you need to do, or at least might need to do reasonably often, again depending on the size of the table you are on. So we're going to push you up to the top. Okay, probably push you up a little bit higher. Okay, so it's going to be an 8-sided die. We roll every time we move in the woods. 6, 7, 8. We're going in the woods now, so it's 2 steps per move. Time is doubled. And we roll for an encounter. Are we going to take on any encounters? We can always sell the boar hide meat. So let's have a refresher of what it is. 1 to 3 is nothing. 4, 5 is a rabbit. 6, 7 a boar, and an 8 is a bear. Good. Oh no, we don't. We want to do the quest. There's a quest where we attack a bear, so we want to try to keep as much health as possible. We got a 6. That is a boar. We're going to roll our sneak roll. We get a +3, so a minimum of 4. Let's have a quick peek at a boar. And see what their sneak value is. They got a sneak value of 4. So we can just sneak past boars. It's only bears we've got to worry about. So here's an enemy card, looks like. It says boar, it's an animal, it's got 25 health. It's got a sneak of 4, and at the end of each round it'll do an attack if we've done that much damage to it, or if it's still alive. And then loot, it gives us 2 raw meat and 1 boar hide. We probably want that raw meat, but I don't want to take too much damage because I don't want to eat the meat we're going to cook. I want to sell it and make money because I want to upgrade the weapon deck. I'm going to leave that. We're just going to, so it's sneak is 4. Because we've upgraded our sneak to level 3, we get +3 to our roll, which means we do a minimum of 4, so we're at 3 anyway. So we can just sneak right on past it. It's only bears we've got to worry about. I'm pretty sure their sneak value is 5. So we can sneak. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. We don't need to be killing bears, and I think a 5 is fine. I don't know whether to make it a bit higher. We'll have to think about that. We've got a wolf pack as well. The wolf pack should be quite a high sneak value. Let's just double check it. They've got a 9. Yeah, so we could maybe put it to 6 for the bear. Maybe put that up just by 1 to 6, just so it's a bit more tricky to sneak past them. Probably going to regret that later on. Right, so we're going south. 2, 2, 3. South is always going south is always going to be higher value, and going north is always going to be lower value because we started numbering it at the top. I started numbering it at the top. We're not going to do any login because that'll just take up space in our satchel that we don't want to use. So we go 8, 9, 10, and we roll an 8, which is a bear. We're going to roll on our sneak. 6, I told you it was going to bite me back in it. So we need a 2. That's alright. No, we need a 3. So we got a 50% chance. 4. Okay. That's okay then. We continue on our merry way. 2, 2, 6. 2, 2, 6. 12. Roll. 1 is nothing. If we could get a rabbit, 4, 5 would be good because they just give us raw meat. 2, 6, 8. So there is a way around, I should say, as well. We did that on one of the other streams. And there are some extra things to see. I'm trying to figure out exactly how full of stuff to do to make this world. Because I like the idea that not every card is just another thing you have to do. You have to move around and get somewhere. But there's a fine line between having enough stuff to do and being bored, no point in going to the place. 2, that's a half hour done. Trying to maybe thinking of putting random events in somewhere, but you can't just put it on the same map card, so there has to be a system of maybe like the node system where we've got all the nodes on the numbers of the map cards, and we could do something like roll a D100 or 2D100s, 100-sided die, to say where the events go, and you put 5 events down, perhaps. We'd have to put loads of events then, otherwise it would just repeat itself. Did we just roll that one? I don't think we did, did we? That was before. 6 is another boar, we could go straight past that. 2, 7, 1. And we're coming out of the woods at Orod's house. Did we do? We didn't do half hour, that's what we were going to do. Half hour. So, here we go. Here's what a house looks like. So when you come across a building or something that looks like you can go inside of it, like last stream we went into a cavern. So there's a deck of cards called the building decks, which I might call it the interiors deck now, because the caverns are on there. So they need to know that it's a cavern. So here we can see there's a little hut. So you go to the buildings deck and you look up the number 271, which is right at the back. It says 273. For some reason I also made a mistake there with that. So wood cabin, and we got our friend Orod in the wood cabin. You can sneak, that's why it's gridded, and there's a little mini game for sneaking around and stealing stuff or pickpocketing. But you can lose morality. You do lose morality even for attempting that, and then you only get morality back by completing quests. So you've got to be quite careful about how you do that, how often you do it. And the first morality you lose has no consequence, so you can do it once, fine. But if you get caught, though, even if you only do it once, you can get a fine of 100 gold, maybe 50 gold, perhaps. Maybe lower it so it's a bit more achievable to pay it off. Or if you don't have that, you pay it off with gold or items or your weapons and armor as well. If you don't have all the gold, so I don't know, maybe 100, because then it's a big setback if that happens anyway. So right, fine, we did that. We roll again because we're coming out. We still have 2, 3, 4. We're now out of the woods. We still have to roll a 6. It's a ball again. We didn't get any 4 or 5s. That's crazy. Maybe we'll get some coming up, but that's pointless. Right, so we're going to do some cooking with our friend Orod. So it is just rolling a 20-sided die, which probably doesn't sound particularly interesting or fun, but I still find it quite fun to do. I don't know why, really. Maybe it isn't that fun, but we are level 5 now, so we can get excellent meat. So basically when you cook, you can ruin the meat, which means it's completely destroyed, so you can't even sell it. Raw meat costs 1 gold on sells for 1 gold on its own. But anything over ruined meat, you get more money from it. So even if it's burnt, you still sells for 2 gold. So it's worth cooking all raw meat. And you can't do anything with raw meat anyway, so there's not really much point. But you do have a chance to ruin it. But it's quite low when you get up to a high level. But it does happen. So burnt meat, charred meat, fine meat, good meat, great meat, excellent meat, the best meat. You get 32 health points back when you eat it. And you can combine 1 bit of meat with 1 other bit of food to get even more health back. And it sells for 25 gold, an excellent bit of meat. And we've got quite a lot of money back for this before. So what we're going to do is get all of our raw meat. Just move that over there. And we're going to hope we get some good rolls, basically. Yeah, like I said, it's simple, but we've got a few complex skills like hunting. We'll do hunting on the way back. See if maybe we can catch a bear and then just get its bear hide, which we can use to upgrade our armor when we get it. What was I saying? Can't remember what I was saying. Anyway, let's do this, see what we can get. see if we get some gold. We want basically 11 or less. We really want 1 to 10. We really want 1s, 2s and 3s. The lower the number the better. The higher number the worse. Right, so we did our first bit of meat. Tell you what, we do need to get all the chits for the meat. So burnt meat, good meat, excellent meat, charred meat, fine meat, great meat, sandwich. It's not what we need. Is that it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, fingers crossed. Things go our way. First bit of raw meat. Lowest number we want. 10. That's good. 10's fine. It is in fact fine. Fine bit of meat sells for 8 gold. That's not bad. So we've got a fine bit of meat that has been used. If we get another one of those, I'll be happy. So we had, how much meat do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've almost got our gold back just from that one. So it's good. 17 burnt. Oh dear. Burnt. We still get 2 gold for that. So we've got 10 gold there. So we have made our money back. So it has been worth it. At level 5, we have fully maxed it out. So the skill. So we should be getting decent rolls, but it is randomized. So you know. There we go. What was that? 2. Great meat. Great meat. And now we're cooking. Didn't mean to say that. Pun not intended. We are. Great meat sells for 16 gold. We could get some more of those. That would be very nice. You know, nice meat. Everything's a pun in this game. In this bit. Can't say fine, good, great, or excellent. 6. 6. Good. Good meat. There's a good. There's a good meat. Did I not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's a good. Good meat sells for 12. Okay. So I guess it is reversed to normal kind of 20-sided die games where usually rolling 20s is the best. 15. Not so good. Burnt again. Only just burnt. So yeah, in other expansions we'll change the level cap from 5 to up to 10, I think. So we're just starting off lower in this first game. 14. Ooh, charred, just a bit better. Come on, we need lower numbers. Lower numbers. We're not doing well. Doesn't matter. I can't always win everything. We've got 3 more goes. 2. No, 3. Same. Still great. All right. That's good. That's good. That's great. Even 2 greats. That's 32. They're both 16 each. The best we've done so far. A couple of burns. Fine. Good and charred. So you always want to make sure you've got plenty of raw meat to go through. I think at least like 8 or 9. 14 again. That's okay. Charred is alright. We can still get 5 gold for charred. That's actually, I always think of charred as being very bad, but 5 gold is loads in this game. Right, our last one. Low number, low number. 4. Don't tell me that's a 14 again. 14 again. Burnt again. Alright, so we haven't done super well. 3 burnt meat, that's 6 gold. 2 charred is 10, so that's 16. Then we got 2 greats, so 32. 40, right, 32 plus 16. 32 plus 16 is 48, isn't it? 48. And we're good. 12, 48, 50, 60. Plus fine meat 8, 68 I think. That's okay. 68 gold. That means we can buy 4 cards because they're 15 each. So that's not bad. 4 cards would be very good. So, okay, let's put the raw meat back. We're going to keep the chits out for that other meat because we're going to sell it. Although we do have to put it in our satchel. Let's just put the raw meat back first. One thing at a time. Raw meat. That's all the animal loot. Right, raw meat. So cooking is such a good skill, such a useful skill. Not only does it give you your health back when you eat cooked meat, but you also get a fair bit of gold from it. I wanted to encourage engagement in the skill rather than just buying health potions. That's what I've done. Right, here we go. Oh, we want to keep that open so we know how much it goes for. And we're going to do some hunting and hope we get a bear. Right, we could probably move this to the side. Let's put our meats back in our satchel. 68 we said, didn't we? Try to remember that. Burnt meat, unfortunately, but that's fine. A couple of charred meat. We got a fine meat and a good meat. And 2 great meat. 2 great bits of cooking. Right, so I can see our satchel is filling up a little bit there. You can't put perishables into the inn, so that wouldn't help us with this situation either. So we're going to go north a bit. Let's put this right to the end. We go down to the bottom because we'll make a bit of space for the hunting when we get to it. So we can just be in any woods map card to start hunting. It does take time. We've got a lot of time. So we're going to go north 4, 5, 6. We're going back to rolling for encounters. Yes, just going to roll and try to get. We don't want to encounter with a bear just yet. 2 is nothing. 1 to 3 is nothing. So 6, 7, 8. 4 is a rabbit. So rabbit is just a few cards and you might get some meat from it. So we've got a few cards here for rabbits. And then you just shuffle them around a little bit and see if we got lucky catching a rabbit in a trap. We did. So we got lucky capturing a rabbit in a trap. We get 1 raw meat. That would have been helpful on the way down. Could go back and cook it, but it's better usually just to do it in a big lump. We would have enough gold to buy a cooking pot, but just don't think it's worth it right now. So 10. 2 is nothing. Right, so I think to go hunting we have to be in a map card with all the dots. You may hunt anywhere in the woods on the dotted map. Let's just stay here. You may hunt in the rain. You cannot hunt at night. Hunting is split into search, track and capture. We've fully upgraded everything, so we should be right. So we search, then we track and then we capture. So let's get all the hunting cards out. Hunting. Yeah, we're fully upgraded. So we've got all the search cards. So there we go. Maybe we can see here they say search and then a level. Is that going to show up? It might be too far away. It says a level, so you just get level 1 or 2 or 3 and you just add them to the deck, and then you want to shuffle them up anyway, so we will just shuffle them like this and then give them a proper shuffle. going to have to do that all of them actually. And it will say we've either found animal prints or we found nothing. But we will find animal prints because I don't think you add any nothing cards to the other levels. You just keep adding animal prints, and there are only 2 nothing cards, so very likely, yeah, we do find animal prints. So that's the search done. Put that there. Animal prints. Then we do the tracking. Tracking is more difficult, and then we've got the capture at the end. So the capture also we will put together. So it should be pretty much guaranteed a capture as well. I guess hunting can't go up past level 5 then, unless we add more tracking to it perhaps. Have to have a think about that for another time. How are we doing on time? Speaking of, 4 minutes we can do this hunting and then that's basically it by the looks of things. So we'll get to the capture later, we'll do another thing. We've got to do that for the tracking. So the tracking is where the main bit of the mini game takes place. We are connecting symbols together. So let me just show you. You connect symbols together perpendicular to each other. So you have 2 cards. So the top card is a bit of poo, so we match those 2 together perpendicular to each other. Bottom right is a paw print. There's not one to match with that, so you wouldn't be able to match that. And then we've got a blank here as well, so that obviously can't be matched with anything either. You can spin them around any direction you want, but they have to be perpendicular. You can't have more than 3 cards attached to any other 1 card. It will make a bit more sense once I go through it. Okay, so start off, the first one has to be like this, so you've got 1 above, 1 below, and then the other ones you turn perpendicular. So the next one we go, that's not good. It does connect like that, but we've got a blank, so we're hoping we get a stick next. And we don't get a stick. Oh, we do get more poo. So we can go up. We have to go up. We can go up. We can't go back on ourselves, but we can go up, I'm pretty sure. Let's put that over here. So we've gone up. So we want a stick or a bit of grass. So there's a stick. Let's take the stick. Okay, that stick can go down there. It's not good really. We've got a bit of grass. We can't put it there, you see, because then that connects this sort of circle shape. But we can put it down there, or we can put it along there. Let's put it along there. So we need a poo or grass. Or if we did that, we'll just need a grass. This doesn't make any difference. Let's put it there. No, let's put it here so maybe it's a bit easier to see. So again, we can't put it down that way, but we can put it up that way. So we've connected from our first one, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think once we've connected a certain amount, it equates a certain thing. So matching 5 cards as a bear, 3 cards as a boar, in a row it has to be. 5 cards as a bear, 8 cards as a wolf, 10 is a dire wolf. We really want just a bear, so we just need to match 5 cards. We need to match 1 more card, so we've got 1 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a paw. We do get a paw, 5. So that's all we need. So we started here, we connected here, so that's 1 connection, 2 connections, 3, 4, 5. That means we have tracked a bear. Now we need to capture it. So the capturing mini game, we've got 4 corners that we need to have as ticks and not X's, and we need to match them together basically, and hopefully that's that bit of goop. Right, so that's not great, not ticks, exclamation marks. And then how many cards do we put? I think we can only put down 2 cards. Match corners with the trap symbol by placing down up to 2. Yeah, so we can only put 2 cards down. We only need to make up those 2 X's, so that's lucky, that's all exclamations, so we put one of those there, so that means we've got 3 exclamation cards. We just need 1 more to go on there, and we didn't get it. Oh, that sucks. We have not captured it. That is unlucky. Yeah, so we got 3, and that one does not capture it. Unfortunately, that would only go there, and that we've already got. So that's annoying. The next one also wouldn't have worked. Fine. So we did not capture the bear, and if I remember correctly, each section of this is an hour. I'm pretty sure. So let's just double check. Each phase takes 1 hour of time until level 5, which we're at, which each phase takes half an hour. Okay, so that's only an hour and a half done. So it's 3 half hours. 1, 2, 3. So we can hunt again. Oh, I'm pretty sure after we've searched or tracked, we have to move. Actually, I forgot that. Let's have a little look. Can't proceed backwards. If you fail tracking, you can redo it. If you capture, if you fail to capture, you will need to redo the tracking, but you don't need to redo the searching. There is no limit to how many attempts you can take for searching and tracking. I thought we had to move. I'm trying to find where it says you move once you finish. Maybe it was the you only hunt. I can't see that now. Yeah, it's only half an hour per card. You can redo it without needing to start search and tracking, but we did that. If you fail capture, you can redo the tracking. Okay. There's no limits, it just takes up time. Okay, so we need to match we have to go for the same animal. I think that would make sense perhaps for searching. Otherwise you have to start all over again. I'm pretty certain, well, I must be wrong because it's not there. Right, anyway, we don't need to do, so we need to put the tracking cards all together, and we don't need to redo the search again, so that's good. So there's a nothing card, so that's fine. We should probably add to that, you do not need to do the search again if you want to capture the same animal. Try to put these in randomly. So we could say, yeah, if you wanted to capture a different animal, then you have to do search all over again. So I'll add that to the rules. That is annoying, and I've also written the levels on the back of these, so I have to do it with my eyes shut a little bit because it's a bit of a giveaway. You know, you get a good card the higher the level you are. Okay, so we want to match 5 again with the tracking. That's not a good start. So this is another half hour. We need a bit of poo. You do that. Can we do that? I gotta. Just says you can't go back on yourself, right? So we can go just down. Does that continue? Does that include going back on yourself? You cannot match blank symbols. You cannot proceed backwards, but you may go back to start a new path. That's not backwards, is it? So that's okay. We're fine. So that works. That works. Well, that works as well. So 1, 2, 3, but we're on here. 4. Just need a bit of poo. Well, we get a stick. That's fine. We can do that as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have tracked the animal. Now we're going to try capturing it again. So this has taken up another hour of time to do. Let's see if we get a bit luckier this time. Okay. Oh no, this is bad because we can only pick 2 more cards. Ah! That's good actually. I didn't realise. I forgot that there were ones with 2 exclamations on them. Ah, that's perfect. So we need one more card. We just need it in the bottom right. No. We have failed again at capturing this bear. I thought our luck was in when that one came up. I thought our luck was in. Right, we're going to do tracking again. And we've lost an hour of time, so we'll do that on the time tracker. And we are running out of time on this as well. Let's do another one. I really want to capture the bear, because this is only costing us time. It's not costing us anything else. So we're going to keep doing it until we get one, and then we'll end the stream. Frustrating really. Do all the level ones come out together? Oh, there are quite a lot of level ones. That's why. Okay. Let's try again. So that we don't need to worry about. Let's just put that over there. Come on now, let's do it. Oh, we've got the same one again. Unbelievable. That's okay. There's 1, 2, 3. Can't put that there, so we have to go back and start from here. So it's still 1, 2, 3, 1. No, it's still 2. No, 1, 2, 3. We need a paw print or poo. Poo works. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. That works, I think. Yeah, 5. Great. There we go. Another tracking done. Capturing. We're at level 5. I thought it'd be easier than this. I suppose it's good that it's tricky still. Right, let's put that down. Aha! Haha! Well, it feels a bit like cheating, but it is a card. We're lucky to get the level 5 card. It is all exclamation marks, so we don't even have to bother. That's what it says, up to 2 cards. We don't even need 2 cards. We have successfully captured a bear. That means we get the bear rewards. The bear rewards are 3. Well, we used to be 4 raw meat. We've changed that to 3 raw meat. And 1 bear hide. That's what we wanted. The bear hide is what we need. So 1 bear hide, 3 raw meat. I'd be tempted to go back and cook again. 3 raw meat. Oh, we've only got 8 spots, so we could try capturing another bear. Oh no, 8 spots, 6 would have just enough to capture another bear and to get the raw meat. We could drop items. You can drop items as well, by the way. We need a bear hide. Bear hide. Boar hide. Tantalizing. Where's the bear? Oh my god. There's always the one at the bottom. There's always the one at the bottom. Bear hide. Bear hide. We are upgraded from boar to bears. And then we'll hopefully buy some bear armour at some point. We've already got a bear leather hat. Quaff. Oh, that's pronounced. So we can level up our bear hat once. It does cost, I believe, 15 gold, I think, for bear. So we do have 3 spots. If we're careful, maybe we can see 3 spots left in our satchel. So we could hunt for another bear, which I'm going to do. It's going to be a slightly longer stream. That's cost us another hour of time. Maybe it should always be an hour per thing, because half an hour feels like a long time. Let's say, right, so 1, 2. So what we want to do is double that. How many times have we done it? 3? That was 3 times. So it should be, we can add another 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think that's it. So it's 7 hours. I think we'll do it still an hour, because I think otherwise we can just be here forever. We'll just keep it at 1 hour per card. I think half an hour is just not enough, because you just don't even go through the time then. And I think hunting, even when you're good at hunting, still takes a while, doesn't it? Maybe we have it be 2 hours until level 3 or something. The first 2 takes 2 hours, and then it just takes 1 hour from maybe just 4 and 5, something like that. So I think half an hour per turn is, yeah, a bit ridiculous. Right, here we go. Let's try again. Another bear. 1 connection. Pool. Okay, that's not very helpful. Poo. Yes. Ooh, we can't do that. Oh, we can do that. Okay, we can do that. 1, 2, 3. We need 5. Stick. Not a stick. Oh, no, that works. Yes, there we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try to capture this bear. We have to add that you have to redo search. Although it doesn't really matter, because at level 5 search, you're basically guaranteed to find it. Right, okay. Ah, perfect. And we did. Look at that, that's 6. I wonder if that... Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we get it, we capture another bear. We're now full in our satchel, because we've got 3 more raw meat. That's 7 raw meat in total. We had the 1 from the rabbit. I'm tempted to go back and cook. Bear hide. 3 raw meat. 6 raw meat in total. Wow. Well, this is a problem for the next stream. But we have a completely filled out satchel. We can't put much. Yeah, we wanna go back and cook it. We wanna go back and cook. Let's go back to Orod, and then we'll end the stream there. Yeah. Then we'll remember that we're going to do some more cooking. There's no point keeping all that raw meat in there. We're going to go back. Anyway, we did a bit better then with the capturing. Fantastic. So there we go. That's a bit of hunting. Where's the hunting go? There it is. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to just roll as we go down. So that's going to, yeah, we did that, the time. So that's 12. Roll is a 7. 6, 7 is a boar, so we're okay. 1, 2 is a 6, which is a boar still, so we're okay. And then 1 more, 3, 4. 2, which is nothing. Okay. So we'll get rid of these cards, and then we'll stay on that one. So what do we want? 2, 6, 8. Then we've got, yeah, okay, 2 2s. 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 3 2 2 6. Okay, then we want to get rid of those and that. So 1 7 7. 1 7 8. 1 8 1. 1 2 3, and then we're all packed up, nice and simple. So you do have to do it quite often, but it is pretty quick. You get good at it. It's just looking at the top left card number and then stacking them up and popping them away, nice and easy. We will keep our meat out so we remember. That's what we're doing, but we are at our odds as well. 4 steps, that means we did another half hour too, so let's keep that all out and ready to go. Another half hour gone, so we've got 6.5 hours left of the day. We're going to do the quest, I guess, next stream. Hopefully we get tonight, do the quest, and then kill another bear. We need to sell everything because we need space in our satchel before that, though. Okay, fantastic. We've got completely full satchel. Look at that, completely full. We need to cook some meat and then go sell it, make some money, make our weapon better, and then yeah, keep going. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.